Commander Video woke up in a haunted house. Then he saw a giant ghost with 5 eyes. He was so scared that he ran away to a farm across the city. But the ghost chased him and caught up with him. But what the ghost didn't notice at all was that little woohoo in the runner's eye. A football player springs out from nowhere and tackles Commander Video. This sends him all the way back to the start of the mansion. OMG. Like controlled from somewhere else, he just jumped away this harmless try. Then all of a sudden, a voice echoed in his head. "Dude, I'm your conscience," it said. Commander Video was confused. "I have a conscience?" he asked. Then King Boo kidnapped Commander Video. While the transport, he fell asleep. Rainbows, rainbows, everywhere. He knew he could not stay. So he tried to escape into another reality, but the portal was blocked by Uncle Dill sitting lazily in his chair. So he picked up Uncle Dill's car and threw it. Then Commander Video ran into the forest and Slender Man appeared. Oh. He followed Commander Video until he ran out his forest. Then the ghosts chased after Commander Video, but wait, the ghosts are not just ghosts, are they? The ghosts morphed into a terrible monster, Justin Bieber. No, wait, that's wrong. It was the 4-colored ghosts from the video game of Pac-Man. They are terrifying. The pants off Commander Video. Commander Video built a big campsite. It was full of CD eyes and 3D O's. The ghost of Yogi Bear, who was killed after his movie was released, came and stole the camp, along with the Luigi's Mansion ghosts and the guys from Oliver and Company.
So Commander Video had to go somewhere else. But he was haunted everywhere he went. Soon, all his encounters faced him with Commander Video's final match, Slender Man. After 10 hours of arguing, they decided that their final match would be on Street Fighter 3. If Commander Video won the match, he would be able to release Runner 2 on the Australian eShop as well. If he didn't win, Slender Man would haunt everyone's, and Slender 2 would be made. So they went to battle it out. But Toad was there, still fighting the monster from last week. The monster tortured people with the Zelda CDI trilogy, and Slender Man tortured the monster. Commander Video tried to run away, but then Nick, the storyteller wizard, jumped in and told him to fight. And the battle began. A new game was released called Bit Trip Slender. Everyone rushed to GameStop to buy it. After 2 days, GameStop ran out of copies of the game. It sold out in 2 minutes. It was a sequel to the Supernature part of Runner 2 that Slender Man was in. A riot began. Slender attacked. Slender used Scare. Commander Video lost 100 hit points. What is this? Pokemon! Asked a random guy. No, Entei, get up! Shouted Pooh. Slenderman lost 1 over infinity hit points in the battle. But, he lost 1 infinitieth hit points in the battle, but Crazy Ass found Slenderman's weakness. Cheeseburgers! Nick created over 9,000 cheeseburgers and launched them at Slenderman through a cannon. Boom, 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 boom. Crazy Ass got cheeseburger guns, a Burger King, and a McDonald's to attack with. Then Slenderman was defeated. So Runner 2 was released in Australia. Then they took it off the eShop immediately.
2. Nick decided to go for a run with the frightened Commander Video to calm him down and stop destruction. Then Crazy S broke the 4th wall to tell Nick that posting twice isn't allowed in the rules. Then everyone suddenly felt drowsy and fell asleep. When they woke up, they were ghosts of Commander Video's haunted house. Nick got out his ghost notepad and turned everyone into their normal selves again. Commander Video was confused at what was going on. The confusion was then replaced with a blind panic when he realized he'd forgotten his passport. But then he was relieved when he remembered he didn't need a passport because he's Commander Video. He could run faster than any plane. Until Commander Video plane was released. It had a fuel leak and torched all of those little unicorns. The little unicorns playing Super Mario Galaxy on 3DS. They had hacked it and Runner 2 onto 3DS. Then the unicorns are no longer unicorns, they are zombies. And the zombies weren't zombies, but harmless blades of grass from the planet Gradually. Then a sequel, Zombie U, was made. It was Zombie Unicorns. Bit Trip Slender was a minigame. The new game was to be an Xbox One exclusive, which started riots on the streets of Iran. which frightened Commander Video, so he and Super Meat Boy arrived at the scene to help. The commander then uses extra powers to bring everyone back on topic before Dan and Rambo got angry. But we were stopped by the zombie grass, who weren't harmless but actually were assassins.
The story was back on topic, which made Dan Rambo happy, but Slenderman was not. When does Slender ever happy? Asked Moose the cow cat. Where did you come from? Asked Reverse Merman. For that matter, where did I come from? However, the question remained unanswered. So Reverse Merman went on a special episode of Who Do You Think You Are? It was special because no one watched it, making it the worst episode of anything ever. Then Matt and Lost was announced. Suddenly, Toad defeated the monster from Storytime number 4 and went with everyone. Commander Video watched part of the episode, but then got bored and started to wonder why the story began with someone waking up somewhere again. But that broke the fourth wall, so he ate a cookie. Then Toad realized that Luigi U came out, so everyone got on Lure Wii U's and started downloading it. Except Matt, because he was poor after being robbed by the Tooth Fairy last month. The Tooth Fairy then stole all of Matt's teeth. So Matt had to get dentures, LOL. The dentures were made of his original teeth, which had been re-stolen, it's a good word, from the Tooth Fairy. Just 4 minutes ago, the gummy Reubens came for them. Although, as in any good story, all these characters must be explored in detailed emotions. But it was too late for that, because the dentures ate the gummy Reubens. This angered Alex Noisy. Toad said, I thought they got killed. Then Mr. Epic and Reverse Merman shouted, what happened to Matt's story? Then Commander Video was in a haunted house again. Guys, I need a bit of help, he said as he seen the Easter egg in Sonic's CD. And then the Genesis stacked a 32X on its head, becoming a devious monster. Reuben arrived and shizzle-dizzled his way past all the rules and laughed like muha-baha-boha-muha-ha-ha. The monster, irritated by Reuben interrupting his glorious appearance, starts to smash everything. The vandalized guy from the Game Boy camera chased Reuben into the biggest bottomless pit ever. Then he heard the noise from Nabbit's donkey, Dabbit, and he went to find the key for F1. He found the key in the hands of the evil Tooth Fairy. The key subsequently asked CV to draw her like one of his French girls. He ran with the key. That guy from the Game Boy camera asked, who are you running from? Toad said, let's watch Star Wars 5. Our heroes relaxed. But the Game Boy camera guy was still trying to find them. But since this story took place in Soviet Russia, it was actually CV who seeked out the GBC guy. Kaboomble! An explosion was heard in the distance. Our heroes needed to find someone to help them. But who? They found Derpy Potato, sleeping in an alley, under a box. It was a run-down, decaying Xbox One, nothing but a hollow shell, waiting, wanting to be noticed. So then it changed its online policies, and then it sold over 9,000 units. But then everyone realized Storytime was getting shorter with every new week. Storytime 3 was an hour, Storytime 4 was 35 minutes, and this one would be 5 minutes. They needed to reach 1,000 comments now, but this would only happen if people posted twice or more in a row, just like this. Commander Video ignored all previous comments. They were part of his dream.
But it turned out that was a lie. The GBC guy shouted, who are you running from? From a megaphone. He answered, the Mafia, and continued to run. But the Mafia was with the GBC guy in the same place. The GBC guy kidnapped him. The GBC guy is just a question mark now. Enter Reuben. But how did he turn into a question mark? Find out on next week's episode of Miiverse Storytime. Next week's episode, Scream Poo. Then Nick swung in and started throwing tacos at all the neighbors. The story began to die, so Commander Video went back to the haunted house to begin again. Then he saw a ghost with 5 eyes. He was so scared he ran away to farm in the city. I meant, across the city. The end.